What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be opening up these bad boys right here, the Speed Duel Starter Decks for Yu-Gi-Oh! We have the Speed Duel Starter Decks, a Duelist of Tomorrow, and then we have the Speed Duel Starter Decks, Destiny Masters. I picked up both of these, and I've actually been waiting for these starter decks for a little while now. These released in late, I think, January 27th of 2019, and these came out a week later in my state, which was really frustrating, because I actually really wanted to open these up day one for you guys, but, the wait is here. So we're going to be opening these up now. I tried my best to keep myself spoiler free when it comes to these Speed Duel stuff, but I've been hearing a lot of things about this format, and I've been hearing a lot of bad things about this format, but I'm honestly still really hyped to open these up, because what I'm going to actually be doing with this as time goes on is that, one, I'm going to be following the Speed Duel format and as things go on, and I'm also going to be teaching my younger siblings how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And for what it's worth, if I just keep the decks just like as this, I think it would be a pretty good way to, teach my siblings how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With the basics and stuff like that. So expect a video on that soon of me facing one of my younger siblings in a duel in a video and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But without further ado, let's get opening onto these things. And I don't know which one I'm going to open. I think I'm going to be more excited about the Kaiba one, so maybe I'll save that one for last. But let's just get opening on both of these real quick right here. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this little Speed Duel stuff. I've been waiting for this for a while now. I think I heard that a booster box might be coming out for this soon, which is actually interesting to think about. Like they're doing some support for this and stuff. But yeah, and also another thing too, I'm going into this completely blind. Even though the stuff has been out for a week now, I've actually not seen anything about this. So this is going to be new to me. I haven't actually seen the skill cards in real life yet. I haven't seen any of how these decks are going to be like, and I'm looking forward to it. So we have one of them. Man, look at how small these decks are. Okay, hold up. This is extremely small. I mean, it's only 20 cards, so I get that, but wow, this is actually crazy small. What the heck? Will that stay? I don't think it will, so we're gonna set that on the ground. What the heck, dude? This is crazy. And okay, here's the mat right there, and oh snap, we got some little foils. That's cool. We got a little play mat thing too, which I guess we can open up on the video. I'm probably not gonna use the play mat, but it's there to be there. We got the tune. We got the Kaiba. We got the Kaiba. This is Watt007 from the future from when you're watching this video, and I genuinely don't know why I said Kaiba instead of Pegasus when I was talking about the Pegasus deck. I genuinely don't know why, and I'm sorry about that. And then where's Yugi? We need my boy Yugi. There he is. We got Yugi right there. And that looks like it's about it inside of here. So it looks like this is probably the skill cards. Either the skill cards are going to come in here or in here. I don't really know do well, but yeah, we have that right there. So that's cool. That's actually really sick. So we have these little promos right here, which maybe we won't open those right away. Let's put these to the side. Let's go check out this thing. So I think my camera's a little zoomed in for this, so I'll just kind of do like a panorama. But yeah, it's a pretty simple field zone. I don't think they really need to be that innovative about this, as you can tell. Speed Duel. Yeah, this is crazy. So even though it's like really zoomed in, maybe I'll take a picture and edit that in the video, but yeah, it's crazy simple. Watt007 here after recording the video and editing the video currently. So I didn't notice this when I was recording the video originally, but apparently all the rules are in the back of this, playmat right here that you get from, Konami and everything like that. And what's a couple interesting things too is that, one, if you want to, read the rules yourself, I'll throw that link in the description down below, or you can pause the video and just throw that into your, Chrome or whatever. Another thing too is that they actually tell you the stuff that you need to know about speed dueling. You can actually use your speed duel cards in your normal, trading card game, but you can't use your normal trading card game cards into cards legal for speed dueling, which is pretty interesting. Well, they said you should only use cards with the Speed Duel watermark on them, but it said should, so it's not like they're forcing you to say that. So I think if you really wanted to, if you had cards like, Blue Eyes White Dragon that's not from the speed dueling format, if you wanted to play those instead, you could, which is pretty interesting. So that's just something to keep in mind through the rest of this video. Enjoy the rest of the video. Let's go open up this though. Let's go check out this real quick. Let's go check out these promos, because these look sick. We have a holo Shard of Greed. Shout out to the Shard of Greed meta back in the day. Remember those days. We have the Golden Apples. Oh man, this card tilts me way too much in Duel Links back in the day. This is giving me nostalgic vibes of Duel Links in 2017, that's for sure. And then we have Mini Cat, which I think this is in Duel Links if I remember correctly. If you control a 2-world monster, target a card in your opponent's graveyard. If it's a monster, special summon it to your field. Actually, I don't think this was. I don't know if Mimikat was in Duel Links or not. I need to look that up. I'll look that up after and post editing and everything like that. But there we go. We have those promos right there. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna sleeve them, but we'll put them to the side right here. Let's go open up these decks though, and let's go quickly look through them. I guess we will start off with the Aziju one. Shout out to the waifu of the Duel monsters. The Duel monsters. I'm gonna be honest, the only character I really like that I claim as waifu material is the freaking Aziju, and that's about it. And I wish I wasn't ruining these things that bad, but the whole deck list is in the back of the whole deck list is in the back of the box anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. As you guys can see though, we have these skill cards right here. We have Precedence or Prescience. I think it's Precedence or something like that. We have Precedence. We have Gravekeeper's Lot, which I think this is a new skill. I'm trying to remember. I forgot which one was the new skill. I didn't look at. Like I said, I've been trying to keep my best and being blind about this, but at the same time, I don't know what are new and stuff like that. And then we have Millennium Necklace, which is pretty cool right there. So I guess we can go talk about the you know, skill cards right away. But these are kind of cool. I feel like they could have put a little bit more effort into them, but for what it's worth, these do look pretty cool. We have Millennium Necklace, as you guys can see right here. Aziju skill at the start of your opponent's turn before they draw, you may look at the top 3 cards of their deck and rearrange them in any order. You only can use this once per duel. With Gravekeeper's Lot, if you lose 1,800 or more life points, activate the skill during your next draw phase. During your draw phase, you may search your deck for a Gravekeeper card to reveal it to your opponent and then add it to your hand instead of drawing. Okay, so yeah, literally how Duel Links works. And then we have Precedence. I'm guessing what this word is. I can't read. I'm only 5 years old after all. But yeah, if your opponent has life points twice than your own, you can activate the skill. You may look at the top card of both you and your opponent's deck. So these skills are very mediocre at best, but it's cool that we have these skill cards nonetheless. I might sleeve these skill cards. I think out of the only things I'm going to sleeve, I'm probably going to sleeve the skill cards because they're the most important. But there you go right there. Okay, so this is pretty interesting right there. So do these have any difference? Okay, no, these look like just normal Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I mean, there's a slight difference compared to normal Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but for what it's worth, it does look like that you can use any sort of Yu-Gi-Oh card for the speed dueling format. I mean, we got that guy, we got Spear Soldier, 2 copies of Spear Soldier, Gravekeeper's Vassal, Gravekeeper's Chief. So it does look like you can probably use your old cards in this format, and or if you have like existing copies of these cards, you can probably throw them in your deck instead of buying 3 copies of the starter decks. It looks like. I don't really know though. I haven't looked into the rules too much. We have a couple of Assailants, a Priestess, Gravekeeper's Priestess. We have a Recruiter. Oh, Gravekeeper Shaman, interesting. Gravekeeper's Oracle, that's pretty cool. We have a Cat of the Little Omen. Gravekeeper's Stell, don't know how to pronounce that. Hidden Temples of the Necro Valley. This is, what the heck, I don't know how to pronounce that, but shout out to the Alligator Boy. You know, Blast Held by Tributes, Rites of the Spirits, and Eye of the Truth. Now, I do want to go grab a Yu-Gi-Oh card and just compare like a normal Yu-Gi-Oh card compared to one of these. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'll cut to that real quick, so I'll be back. Okay, so if we compare, you know, Gravekeeper's Curse right here, let's compare it to the best card of all time, Little D. And I guess there's not really that much differences. I don't know what it is for me, but in IRL, like looking at these in real life, these new cards do feel different than these normal cards. I mean, I know this isn't a sleeve, but if I take it out of the sleeve, taking out Little D out of the precious sleeve that he's in, keeping this in non-mint condition or whatever, but I don't know. At first, these new Speed Duel cards look different than the normal Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but for what it's worth, it does look like they're pretty much the same. So I guess there is what it is right there. But these feel different. I'm going to be honest, these do feel different. And maybe that's a new material from the newer cards that I just didn't notice right away. But there's that right there. But there's Ziju's deck right there, just a standard Gravekeeper deck. From what I've heard too, her deck's not really that good, but maybe I'll have to go try this out later. But it's just so weird. I'm going to say, though, the material for this stuff feels different. Oh, actually, there you go. I found the difference for these. Okay, so it actually is picking up on my camera right now. I just noticed the difference. I didn't notice this until now, but as you guys can see, there's this little Speed Duel thing right there. Okay, that's why. It did feel different. There's this little Speed Duel thing, as you guys can see right here, and it's more like a glossy thing. So I found it. Okay, that's cool. So they actually do have this little Speed Duel logo right there, and I was like, well, that's what's making it feel so different. Makes a lot of sense now. So maybe you can't use your own cards for the Speed Duel stuff. That's cool right there. Next up, let's go through the Pegasus one real quick. Open this up. Oh, here's a little tab to open it up. I didn't notice that till either. I'm gonna be honest, it's hard for me to notice this stuff right away because I'm in the most awkward position to record this video. Like, my back hurts right now because I'm leaning forward too much. Getting out the best quality as I can, but man, my back is hurting. But we have It's a Toon World. We know this skill. We have Mind Scan. I can't believe Mind Scan's an actual skill IRL. At the start of your turn, if your life points are 3,000 or higher, activate this skill. Count both players' turns. You may look at your opponent's set, spell, and trap cards anytime. If your life point drop below 3,000, flip this card over. That's crazy. Mind scan's an actual thing in real life. That I would never think that would be a thing in, like, I don't know, that's crazy. Mind scan in real life. Then we have Millennium Eye, which is this a new one? Yeah, it is a new one. At the start of the duel, look at your opponent's opening hand. You may choose the player to shuffle their hand into the deck and draw a new hand. Both players use the skill at the same time. The turn player resolves their skill first. Interesting. That's actually really cool. Yo, Pegasus has some pretty decent skills. Ooh, man, this format for speed dueling sounds interesting. But yeah, that's pretty cool right there. Let's put all the skill cards in one pile, I guess, for now, because I mean, we'll know who's who. But yeah, we have a Rogue Doll. It's very mediocre. Toon Alligator, very mediocre. Why is there so many copies of Toon Alligator? Okay, then. We have Parrot Dragon, Dark Rabbit, Toon Mass Sorcerer, Toon Mass Sorcerer, Toon Mermaid, Toon Summon Skull. Ooh, we got a Relinquish, so that's pretty cool. We have a Black Illusion Ritual, Table of Contents, Toon Rollback, Toon World, Yami, Sword of the Deep-Seated, Toon Defense, Jar of Greed, and Wild Tornado. So that's pretty cool right there. And yeah, I actually kind of like the material that they made for these cards. The material that they use for these cards actually feel pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So that's pretty cool right there. Let's go through the Yu-Gi one now and go take a quick look at that real quick. And this is gonna be the last one out of this set, at least, that we're gonna be checking out. Overall, though, this is pretty clean. I really like how the cards feel, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna move the camera back a little bit. I've been hitting it too much throughout the video. We'll make a low. But yeah, Power of Dark, very cool. Fiend and Spellcaster monsters control, you gain 200 attack and defense. Also, all fairy monsters lose 200 attack and defense. So I'm guessing since it says field spell right there, this will go in your field spell slot, which is pretty cool. Oh man, we got Destiny Draw that right there. That's pretty cool. So it works like any other Destiny Draw. If you have 2,000, you lose 2,000 or more life points. You can activate the skill during your next draw phase. During your next draw phase, you can search your deck for any card, reveal it to your opponent, and then add it to your hand instead of drawing. If you do that, flip this card over. Why would you need to reveal the card, though? Since you're searching your deck for literally any card, you don't need to reveal it. That's actually different from dueling, so you don't reveal the card that you Destiny draw with. Interesting. Final draw. This is a new one. Activate during your main phase. Once per turn during your turn, you may place a counter on this skill. If it has 3 or more counters, when you draw a card, you may search your deck for any card and add it to your hand instead. At the end of the turn, you use the skill, you lose the duel. Oh yeah, I've been hearing about this one. This one's kind of crazy. Yeah, this one's pretty interesting. I feel like Destiny Draw would be better in most situations, but for what it's worth, this one's kind of cool. I mean, you do it during your turn, so you get the draw for your turn, and then you can activate. So the benefit with this is that you get the draw for your turn, and then you get to, you know, search for another card. But then afterwards, you're kind of screwed right there. Whatever, though, we got Dark Magician, 1 copy of that. We got the Feral Imp, Rogue Doll, Dark Magician Girl, Legion the Fiend Jester, 2 Legion Fiend Jesters, that's cool. We have the Stern Mystic. We have Double Costin. We have Blue Dragon Summoner. That's pretty cool. I recognize that from Duel Links, of course. I mean, all of these cards are pretty much in Duel Links, if we're going to be honest. We got Thousand Knives, Sage's Stone, Dark Magic Attack, Ryoku, Tribute Doll, Wonder Wand. We have Light Force Sword, Magician's Circle, Magic Jammer, and then we have 7 Tools of Bandit. So overall, those are some pretty cool cards right there. I don't know which one's the best out of them all, but I'll be doing some tests on later for a video, of course. But yeah, that one's all right. I'm kind of leaning towards Dark Magician probably being the best, but like I think using some of like Pegasus' skills with some of the other decks is going to be a while. But that's all that for those decks. So we're going to move these decks to the side. I'm going to move them to the side. We're going to be opening up that bad boy right there, the Speed Duel cards right here. And one thing I was confused about too, but I'm going to guess what it is that we have these variant cards right here. I was really confused about this variant card stuff. It looks like those are the promos that we get from these boxes, because from what I've been hearing about this format is that Blue Eyes is like one of the best decks in this format because of Champion's Vigilance and the fact that you can summon Blue Eyes pretty easily. And due to that, this one is like really good. Like I think out of the 2 Speed Duel decks, I think this one I've heard is the best because this one comes with Windstorm and Champion's Vigilance. But I could be mistaken. Like I said, I tried to be blind in going into this stuff, but you know, I've been hearing some stuff about that. So we have the Mai one over there. We have the variant cards. We have another playmat, and then we have that right there. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. So you have the Champion's Vigilance, the broken Champion's Vigilance that you can run 3 of in this format. So if you only buy 1 copy of these things, of course, you only can run 1 copy of all the cards. But since you can buy multiple copies of this stuff, you can actually run 3 copies of a lot of cards. And that's what makes this format broken. When people play these type of decks in like Dueling Book and stuff like that, they just run 3 ofs. Like from what I've heard, Dueling Book has speed dueling in their thing now. They have it on their website. But the issue is, you know, since everybody just runs 3 ofs of stuff, you can run 3 Champ's Vigilance, 3 Windstorm. It's absolutely horrible. But for starter decks, if you only buy one of each, you know, well, you're only going to have one copy of the cards, of course. You have Champion's Vigilance, though, which is honestly sick. I actually really like this a lot. Fun fact about this card, too, the artwork, the monster in this card right here is actually Phoenix Gearfried, and Phoenix Gearfried is my favorite card of all time, so really cool to see my boy Phoenix Gearfried like that. I'm really glad I have that. Fusion Gate, that's actually a pretty decent card, too. And then we have, oh, this was another card that I heard was pretty cancerous, too. Amazoness Village. The fact that this is in speed dueling right away and not in Duel Links blows me away. But at the same time, I don't want Amazoness to be good, so I'm glad this is not in Duel Links. But the fact that it's in speed dueling, oh boy right there, Konami. Let's open up probably the worst deck out of them all, Joey. I don't want to hate on my boy Joey, but his deck's probably the worst out of them all. But for what it's worth, though, I'm fine with Joey. Joey's cool. I like Red Eye's Black Dragon. It's super cool. So we're gonna open this up. We're going to get some epic Joey skills. We got Grit right here. Very cool. We have Last Gamble. Why did guns leave us when Last Gamble's now in the real life Yu-Gi-Oh? Feels bad, man. Still Last Gamble. And we have Palominization. There we go. So this is a new skill, actually. Well, during your turn, you reveal one normal monster in your hand. That turn, the monster can substitute for any fusion material. If you do, the other fusion material must be correct. The skill can be used once per turn. This would be crazy if we had this in Duel Links. This would actually see a lot of play in Duel Links. Don't know right now in this format, but I'm guessing this is not really used that much. But it looks like Red Eye's Black Dragon is a fusion deck from what it looks like, so that's pretty cool. Red Eye's Black Dragon, Meteor Dragon, Flame Manipulator, how broken. Legendary Swordsman, Alligator's Sword, Baby Dragon, Time Wizard, Little Wing Guard, Copycats, Gearfried the Iron Knight, Polymerization, I'm surprised they gave us 2, that's pretty nice though. Stray Lambs, Legendary Sword, Shogun, Dice Foon, Graceful Dice, actually Dice Foon's a pretty decent card. Graceful Dice, Skull Dice, Kunao Chain's also a pretty decent card. And we got Spirit, that's cool. I can't believe Spirit's in this format. That's actually pretty cool too. We have Flame Swordsman, 1000 Dragon, and Alligator Swordswoman. Not Swordswoman, Sword Dragon. Omega, dude, look at that woman. Look at that beautiful woman, Omega lol. It does suck though that we don't have Red Eye's Meteor Dragon in this. I was actually hoping for Red Eye's Meteor Dragon in this. I guess if Meteor Dragon was in this format, this deck would probably see a little bit more play, but who knows though? Who knows though? That's pretty cool right there, though. I actually do like Joey's deck for what it's worth. Let's go into I want to open up Blue Eyes White Dragon last. Blue Eyes White Dragon's the best. So we're going to open up that last. Right there. Let's go open that up right there. We got Aroma Strategy. That's awesome. We have Aroma Strategy right there. Fight of the Harpies. I think this is a new skill. If you lose 1,800 or more life points during your drop phase, you can search for a Harpy card. You get to search your deck for a Harpy card, reveal it to your opponent, and add it to your hand instead of drawing. And if you do, flip this card over. So what's good about this is that you search for any one of your Harpy cards. That's actually pretty interesting, and I didn't notice that about the previous skill. I think Azishu had the same thing where you can search for your deck for any Gravekeeper card. I actually didn't notice that right away, but yeah, they would actually have to change this up like that because in the video game, they just program it to add a random Harpy card to the top of your deck. But since you're playing this in IRL, you need to have a way to search for it, so that's actually pretty cool. And we have Tribal Synergy. If you have an Amazon's monster and a Harpy monster in your hand, reveal them and draw a card. If you control an Amazon monster and a Harpy monster, you draw 2 cards. That's actually not that bad either. I think a lot of people would actually run this. Well, then again, Amazoness and Harpy don't really mix as well as you would hope, so maybe this card wouldn't see play, but it's actually pretty cool that they got some draw cards. These skills are pretty interesting. I could see Tribal Energy or Synergy into Duel Links. I don't think it would be that broken. Anyways, though, we have some Harpies. We have Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3. We have Harpy Lady Sisters. We have Amazoness Chain Master, Amazoness Swordswoman. Why is this card in this format? No, I hate this card. Amazoness Sage, Bird Face, Sonic Shooter. Elegant Egotist, that's pretty good. 2 copies of Elegant Egotist, that's actually really good. We have Triangle Ecstasy Spark, Cyber Shield, Harpy's Hunting Ground, Amazoness Heirloom. We have Amazoness Archers, Windstorm, probably one of the best cards in this format. Windstorm, the fact that we have that's crazy. Shadow Eyes, and then Wild Tornado. So probably the best card from that starter deck is definitely Windstorm, so you can throw that in literally any one of your decks. Woo, that's interesting. This format is looking pretty interesting. And now let's go into the Kaiba one right here to finish off today's video and everything like that. If you guys have been enjoying the video so far, be sure to go hit that like button down below and all that fun stuff. And yeah, help just support the channel. I'm breaking my back, so I'd appreciate if you guys would hit it up with a like, Omega lol. There we go, though. We have Peak Performance. Gotta love to see that. I remember using Peak Performance so much back in the day in 2017. We have Beat the Toe Down. Now, is this the nerfed or pre-nerf? If you control 5 or higher monster, you can activate this skill. All monsters you currently control gain 300 attack for each level 5 or higher monster you control. At the end of the turn, flip this card over. So this card is, or this is the nerfed version of Beatdown. That's probably a good thing for long term. Not surprised they did that. Would have been cool if this was the old version of Beatdown. Rip the old version of Beatdown. It was so good back in the day. Next up, we have Dragon Caller. Once per duel, you can use one of the following skills. If you successfully summon Lord of D, add a Fluid Summoning Dragon from your deck to your from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Wow, that's actually busted. You can reveal Flute Dragoning from your hand and add a Lord of D from your deck to your hand. That's why Blue Eyes is so broken. So I've been hearing about this, the Blue Eyes deck and why it's so overpowered. And I can definitely see why now. So all you literally need to open into is your Blue Eyes White Dragon and one of your Lord of D or Flute of Summoning Dragon. You play Dragon Caller, search for the other card, and summon a Blue Eyes immediately. Oh, that's actually ridiculous. And you can do this right away. Oh, Dragon Caller is actually bust. Okay, that's actually really good. I can see why Blue Eyes is like one of the best decks. It's hard to brick, and it's even harder to brick with that too. You run 3 Chance Vigilance, 3 Blue Eyes, 3 Luda Summoning Dragon. That's crazy. That's actually wild. So we got a Blue Eyes White Dragon right there. We got a Battle Ox, 2 Battle Oxes. We have 2 of these powered boys right here. I think this is from the newest bingo event from what I know. So, I mean, that card's been around for Duel Links in a while. I just recognize that card because I recently got it for the bingo event that's going on. Luster Dragon number 2, Lord of D. 2 Lord of Ds in this deck? Are you kidding? Just in the default one, you get 2 Lord of Ds. That's wild. We have a twin-headed B-Myth. We have a Tyrant Dragon. That's awesome. Spirit Rue. Kaiba Man too. That's awesome. Flute of Summoning Dragon. Okay, we only got 1 Flute of Summoning Dragon. Still, that's really good. Swamping Destruction too. Swamping Destruction is also pretty good because you can remove that. This is probably like one of the only back row removal cards. I mean, there's 7 Tools of Bandit over here, but back row removal for dragons too. Cost Down, Burst Stream of Destruction, Mountain, Interdimensional Transporter, Dragon's Rebirth, and Trap Jammer. That's great. Why is Kaiba so good, and why did I hit my microphone? Okay, so I could definitely see why. If from what I've already been gathering from this, you know, just without even testing these decks out, if you are gonna buy speed duels, give 3 of these. 3 of these is gonna be the way to go. You get Champion's Vigilance, you get Windstorm, broken Blue Eyes deck right away. This is really good. I'm going to be honest, I think they shafted Yugi pretty bad. Oh well, though. What do you guys think about these starter decks, though? Like I said, I'm going to be making some content and some duels on these starter decks, you know, very soon. I'm going to be doing these against my younger siblings. Maybe try some stuff out in Dueling Book and see how horrible it is. But for what it's worth, I am still really excited about this. I have some hope for the future of this format, and once they release some packs and stuff like that, I will be willing to talk about the new sets for speed dueling and talk about the new cards and stuff like that. So be tuned for the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's gonna do it for me, guys, though. Thank you so much for watching today's video. See you guys later. Goodbye.